If 6k squared plus k equals 2, and k is greater than 0, then k must equal which of the following? Well, that is a k squared, so that's a quadratic. The first step in solving a quadratic is always get everything on one side equal to 0. So we have 6k squared plus k minus 2 equals 0. So now we're going to factor this. But the tricky thing is we have a lead term that's greater than 1. We have a lead term of 6, and there are many different ways. We're going to have something times k and something times k at the front of those two, and those two things are going to multiply to 6. Well, we know that the back term, the only way we're going to get a negative 2 is if we multiply a plus or minus 1 by a plus or minus 2. So those are going to be the linear terms. And then if we had a 6 times one of these things and a 1 times one of these, that's not going to produce a cross term with a coefficient of 1. We want to somehow have a difference that comes out to 1. And so having a 6 times 2 minus 1, that's not going to work, or 6 times 1 minus 2, that's 4, that's not going to work. But instead of having 6 and 1, if we had 2 and 3, and if we have a 2 multiplied by a positive 2, and then a 3 multiplied by negative 1, then 4 minus 3 is 1, and that would give us the cross term that we need. And so we know that we're going to have a 3k and a 2k. That 2k has to get multiplied by positive 2, and the 3k has to be multiplied by negative 1 to produce the cross term of k. So notice now this is totally factored. 3k plus 2 times 2k will give me 6k squared. The 2 times negative 1 will produce the negative 2, and the 4k minus 3k will produce the cross term of k. So now that we have it factored, we set each one of these equal to 0 individually, or 2k minus 1 equals 0. And of course, the or is an important part of that. Solve these, we get k equals negative 2/3, or k equals positive 1/2. And now we have the stipulation that k must be greater than 0. So we don't want the negative solution, we want the positive solution, 1/2. Answer choice A.